Right, what's going on? Welcome back, guys. So this is round 4 of the 2018 season 1 of the manufacturers, and as you can see we are at Interlagos in the Group 3 cars. So I'm number 458, of course. I'm still driving for Ferrari, and we've hopped into qualifying now. So this is lap 6. So I already did a lap on the second lap, which was good enough for 8th, I think, at the time. But I knew I'd dropped a few tenths. Straight away, first corner was a good 2.5 tenths maybe. Around the lap, I dropped another tenth or so. So I know there's a lot of time still there. And that's before we get into the time that I'm missing from practice. But just for this, just for this qualifying session, I know there's another probably half a second that I could get fairly comfortably. So I came in for tyres with around 3 minutes 40-ish to go, 4 minutes-ish to go. So I timed it pretty well. So I had enough time for an out lap and a hot lap. As you can see now on the time remaining, there's about 40 seconds left just as we come to the end of the lap, so timed it pretty well, but I had to be lucky and not get held up in traffic. And I was in two minds about this race. I like the track and I like the car, but I don't like the track and the car when tyre wear is a factor. So, well, anyway. See. Probably should have 2-stopped, I'll tell you that now with hindsight. So we're banging a lap that's good enough for 4th, so there you go, because that was the end of the session, pretty much stayed as it was. So put it on 4th, which is pretty good, but like I say, I feel quite quick in the car on a single lap, but race pace with the tyre wear, I wasn't feeling too confident. So what I tried to do is we just skip through the grid here. You saw I was on 4th, the red Ferrari. What I thought was, oh, well, maybe if I use traction control, it might help my tyre wear. So you saw in the qualifying I didn't have it on, but I turned it on. You know when you're sitting on the grid waiting for the 3-2-1 go countdown, it's about 20 seconds. I just put it on TC2, traction control setting 2, just because I thought maybe it will help me preserve the tyres a bit. But I didn't obviously practice it, and what it was doing was preventing me getting out of the corner properly, because the Ferraris, I suppose, are going to be triggering it quite a lot. It's kicking in quite a lot. I just had to leave that guy in space, really. I'd already lost my position coming out of turn 1, because I didn't get the drive out of the corner that I was expecting. You'll see it in another couple of places as well. So in the end, I turned it off because it was just slowing me down. And yeah, I think in hindsight it would have been better to just sack off the traction control. I don't know why I bothered trying. Well, I know why I tried it, but I think it would have been better, instead of trying to save the tyres and go for a slow 1-stop. Should have maybe gone for a 2-stop, but we live and learn. And yeah, as you can see from the title, this is definitely my worst race, I'd say, so far, which is such a shame, because it started quite well. Put it on 4th, feeling quite good in the car, but I just can't drive this Ferrari on worn tyres. It's just practice, it's because I've not tried it really much, but you saw round 1 in Suzuka, similar sort of thing, qualified well, disaster in the race. And yeah, we're going to repeat that performance here, qualified pretty well, and then just absolute disaster in the race. Look here. Just there, it bogged on that second part where I've got a bit of throttle, but it's just not going anywhere. And it's so hard to drive when that's happening, when you're not used to it happening, because your inputs are, you're expecting a little twitch or whatever, so I've only got a sliver of throttle on to count that. But when I've got traction control, absolutely, it's hard to explain, but I'm basically just a lot slower. We get past Canard, who's serving a load of penalties. So we've both coming out of there. And then yeah, bogged again. And what's happening is it's not letting me catch those slides, because usually you'd sort of get a bit of throttle and just carry on driving, but because the traction control is cutting the throttle, I'm just not able to catch the slide. It's just having the slide and then just coming to a complete stop, so it's not doing me any favours here. I think I'm going to turn it off at the end of this lap. But it was worth a try. You know, you can see what I was thinking. I knew tyre wear was going to be an issue. Yeah, there we go, turn it off, because it's just slowing me down here. Just distracting me as well. Okay, so not looking too good. Dropped from the pack, lots of pressure from behind, down on where we started. But what can we do? Give that guy some space, but know that he's going to struggle to run it around the outside all the way there, so good drive out. I'm not going to defend too hard down here because I don't want to slow myself down. Oh, and then yeah, a bit wide. So this is the start of the end right now. So you'll see we get a little penalty for that. Track abuse, which is sort of fair enough. I mean, I lost a lot of time anyway, so I don't really think I needed a penalty for it. Because, you know, I lost the positions anyway. I've lost time anyway, basically, so I think you only need a penalty there if you gain time by going off the track, but it gets a bit difficult for the game to judge, so it's fair enough. So anyway, we're into 9th now, everyone's coming past. We've got that penalty for the track abuse. Beginning to struggle a little on the tyres. And we're only on lap 4. Well, nearly. Fuel's fine though. So so we've got the GTR and the Audi scrapping a little in front. This is quite good, but I do have that penalty, remember, so I can't afford to be too ambitious with my overtakes. I need to be clean. So here, look, these two are going side by side, so you know the GTR is going to be compromised on the outside. I'll try and stand it up here. It just looks like he's turning to me there, which just made me tighten my line a bit, and that was just enough to cause a bit of a slide. 458, so that was another mistake. I've got nowhere to go here. I can't drive at my pace because there's cars in front, but I've got the pressure from the car behind, so I need to be doing something. Look how wide the GTR is there, right in my way. Didn't brake early there. Brakes in the same place I'd usually brake. So there we go, that's another penalty. It's getting tight here, 3 abreast, got away with it. The 458 is good up the hill, good punch up the hill. And at this point, I'm just trying to stay out of the way, really. 4th to 13th in like 4 laps. It's clearly not a good race for me, is it? So I'm just trying to stay out of everyone's way, really. Struggling on the tyres now, look. So I think what I should have done really was probably pitted at the end of lap 4, really. I just ended up in traffic. Just started to get the signs of struggling for tyres. Although lap 5 would be better, really, with it being a 15-lap race. But I mean, 4's kind of like a little bit of an undercut just because of all the traffic. So I think possibly, maybe, it would have been a shout to pit at the end of the last lap. Or certainly at the end of this lap, but I just didn't really think of it at the time. I didn't practice enough, I didn't do enough runs. So like I said, I knew time wear was going to be an issue. But I just didn't consider two-stopping as a good strategy to get around it, but never mind, we'll know for next time. So end of lap 5 now, we're still staying out. This guy in the Supra's got a good run. So I've not tried to defend it too hard, as like I say, I've got loads of penalties, and then he sort of parts it. It was very slight contact, you can barely notice it, but we got 10 seconds for that. So a little anger drift through this corner. 14th, 2 cars right behind, 10-second penalty to serve. Oh, and it's ticking up now as well, you just saw it tick to 11, tick to 12, so I need to tick again, so I need to pull over and serve this. Still serving it. Still serving it. And there we go. So that was my round 4, guys. Yeah, I mean I could show you the whole race, but as you can see we're on the last lap and I'm still 18th. So I did the 2 stops just to give it a go. So I think I pitted on lap 7 in the end, and then I pitted again on like lap 10 or lap 12 or something, just because the race was gone. So you know, I was close to quitting this one, to be honest, but I thought, well, I'll just drive it around. Don't want to quit, that's not me. But look, that's the first race I've not actually crossed the finish line in. So yeah, that's probably my worst race, not only in the FIA but probably the game, full stop. Didn't quite get 0 points though somehow, but anyway, there you go. That was my round 4, guys. I hope you enjoyed. What a disaster, right? Tune in for the next one, I'll see you all soon. Thanks, bye.